We are on a European bucket list adventure. We started with a magical few days in enchanting Venice, and then we are embarking on a dream cruise from Italy to Greece. But just when we thought our plans were set, Norwegian threw us a curveball, changing our port from Venice to Trieste. What we thought would be an easy switch turned out to be a challenge in many different ways.
And it makes you panic just a little. I just hope we get on the bus.
Struggling to be free.
Join us as we navigate the twists and turns of this unexpected journey and discover how we finally made it to our new port of departure.
All right, good morning from Venice, Italy. So it is the crack of dawn right now, and we are getting ready to head into the airport via water taxi so that we can grab a bus and head to Trieste Cruise Port. And once we get near there, then we got to grab another Uber to go the last couple miles. So this is kind of like planes, trains, and automobiles just to get to the cruise port.
And we're not really public transportation folks, meaning we don't know how to navigate it necessarily as much, but we're going to be free.
Yeah.
Wish us luck. Let's go. We headed out to the bus stop and everything seemed so peaceful until...
First step is to get to the water bus, and we gotta go about 15 minutes on the cobblestone streets with our suitcase. You see like a bus in the water moving, and it makes you panic just a little.
All right, so we made it to Kelowna, and
We had to get here by 5:41.
yeah, and we're here a little bit early, but we wanted it that way. And we boogied, and I'm broken out of sweat in every part of my body here, so it's joyous.
But we haven't got on there yet, so the first step is to get on this water bus. So let's go get the bus stop.
Water bus, check. We made it. Now on to the bus, which was actually back to the Venice airport to catch the bus where we started from.
Okay, we just made it off of the water bus.
Yep, we made it to the airport, so that is a good sign so far.
Step number one. Now the part that I've been the most worried about is getting onto the Flix bus, because there seems to be some confusion about where you go, so we're gonna try to find it.
It's 6:07 right now, and it's like 7:05-ish is roughly when the bus is going to pick us up. So we seem to be in good shape as far as time-wise. So now we're just going to see if we can find the location.
We're using our Google Maps to try to figure out where to go here. Feels nice out this morning.
Listen.
So I think we're at the bus stop. The challenge is that there's no actual sign. We're taking the Flix bus, and we have tickets, but there's not an actual sign. It just kind of brings you to this area. So that's the confusion. Now, we could have paid anywhere from $600 to $1,000 to do private transport, or $48 to do public transportation. We opted to be free and do public transportation, but I just hope we get on the bus. I think we found the spot based on everything we've read, and we even had looked at a picture that somebody else that went here put a picture. So we have about 40 minutes. I'm gonna make sure it's on time.
So tell me about how stressful this was, even just to find the bus stop.
Yeah, it was a bit stressful, and we just have to be free.
Struggling to be free.
So what we didn't realize as we sat at that bus stop was that the Flix bus had actually changed their bus stop location and failed to let anyone know, even had sent me an email that morning saying that it was at the location we were sitting at. So thankfully we had met someone really nice that had been trying to look for the bus as well, and they started hollering across the parking lot at us because the Flix bus had come to another stop and was getting ready to leave. So what you didn't see was us running across the parking lot trying to get to the Flix bus in time before it left us. Thankfully, we did make it to the bus, and we sat down and enjoyed a nice hour-and-a-half ride to Trieste, trying to just recover from that stressful experience. When we got off the bus, we were shocked by what we were greeted with. Apparently, it's called the Bora winds, and it's a very strong cold wind that blows from the northeast onto the Adriatic region of Italy. Well, it was definitely blowing, and those cold, strong wind gusts can overpass 150 kilometers per hour. And let me just say, it was so windy. I've never been in wind like that before.
We actually got an Uber to take us to the port. We were going to walk it, but the wind was just so crazy that we felt it was actually better to get an Uber. When we got to the port, they weren't ready for us to come in just yet, so we actually had to go back and find somewhere to go and get coffee, that type of thing. It was kind of frustrating because it was really, really windy.
So it was time to head on over and get on the cruise ship, but things did not seem to get a whole lot easier, at least yet anyway.
Time for a new luggage cart.
We made it on.
Yes, so we are going to, well, we'll just talk about it. I don't think it'll show up. We're just going to enjoy ourselves and relax for a little bit, decompress from the chaos of getting on the boat.
It's gonna take a minute.
It's going to take a minute.
We'll then give you a tour of the room.
Welcome to the Norwegian Pearl. Washi washi.
We have finally made it into our stateroom, and I'm going to shut the TV off because I can't be distracted. I'm ADHD. So our room is a window room. That means we basically have a little bigger than a porthole. We've got some shelving down here, which will come in very handy. Hanging area, safe.
Let's check out the restroom. Perfect. So we have a little toilet room over here and a shower over here and a sink. We're living in a camper right now, so this feels just ginormous. We made it to the ship. It was a bit stressful at times, but we made it here. We are ready for the next part of our adventure, so stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll be spending some time in Ravenna, Italy. We are going to be going on a tour to a village. So stay tuned for that in the next video. Get out there, have some fun, have an adventure, and be free. See you in the next adventure.